Just like that, we're live. Hello, everybody. Good evening and happy Friday and happy Easter Friday, Good Friday, all that stuff. It's going to be an interesting Easter weekend, I think, for most people with everything going on, of course. But here tonight, we're ready to entertain you. This is the Friday Night Music Fever, brought to you by myself, the show with David Burrows, and partnering up with our friends at K106.3. We are live on the K106.3 Facebook page and my page and several others as well that we'll talk about and share. We got a few special announcements. We're going to talk about Blue Water Border Fest. If you haven't heard much about that already, let's talk about that right now. The other day we had Mark Perrin was on my show, and we announced Our Lady Peace and Finger 11 coming on Saturday, July the 25th. And then just coming out today, country fans will be happy to know that Randy Houser, Morgan Evans, Eric Etheridge, all the way from Sarnia, and Kelsey, I don't even know how to say the last name. Is that terrible? Is going to be here as well. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the biggest country guy, but I enjoy some country music. Eric Etheridge being back is a big bonus, of course. And Mark Perrin kind of hinted about that the other day. I knew he was coming. I wasn't allowed to say anything, but it's great to have Eric Etheridge back after, I think he was here the first year. So it's good to have him back as well. And it's good to have all of you back for the Friday Night Music Fever. Now, I can't do this alone. I got to have some help, apparently. So I was told I needed a co-host, and we found a lovely co-host, Julie Coulombe, or better known as Jules. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, sir?
We always call me Sir and like Mr. Burrows. What is that?
Talk about the ties, the nice way you dress. You know, it just you command this.
Do I need to loosen up a little? Is that?
No, God, no. No, you're good just how you are, sir.
Well, this is pretty cool now, having you as my co-host and coming into our third week. What do you think about this Friday Night Music Fever so far?
I'm having a lot of fun. Gives me a reason to do my hair, which I know sounds lame, but seriously, these days you can't do anything. Right?
I totally understand.
Got me out of my jammies. I'm really enjoying it, and I think that the audience seems to be growing, so they seem to be enjoying it as well. We've got some really good talent on here. I'm having fun with them. So yeah, I'm enjoying this very much.
Well, and I have to say an extra thank you to you as well, because I mean, I know a lot of musicians from over the years, but you know some that I don't, and together we've been able to reach out and connect with some local musicians, and not just local. We got local, but local from far away. Yes. We had on our first night, we had local and young Ian Linton, or where was he? Ottawa, right? Joining us. So with the power of live streaming, here we are. And you've just only been playing guitar for like what, 4 years or something like that?
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
About 4 years.
And you're loving it, right? Because you love the social aspect of it all too, right?
I do. I like it all. It's great. I can't get over what music has done for me. Picking up that guitar was the best thing I ever did.
That's awesome. What a great thing to hear. And you're in the She Shack, is that what it's called?
I'm in the She Shack. Welcome. Welcome to the She Shack. Yeah, this place is my jam space.
I've heard stories about this She Shack, you know.
There's been a lot of people in the She Shack.
Yeah.
A lot of folks.
Is it like what happens at the She Shack stays at the She Shack?
Yeah. There's rules. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh yeah, okay, no.
There's some rules, and
right.
I tell everybody the rules. They're pretty lax, but yeah, like no pictures.
And you're the Are you the enforcer?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
You put the hammer down, right?
This is a place of zen. It's not a place for people to come in and bring their nonsense. I don't want that. So,
right,
but anyway, how are you doing?
How am I doing? I'm doing really well. Like this is my home studio, as you can tell, and this is where I broadcast all my shows from. And I am teaching still the college students, which I teach live streaming. So I'm in my wheelhouse, really. So as far as work goes, I haven't really been affected. I've actually gotten a little bit busier with the live streaming stuff. And you know, it's funny, people who are planning on getting married but can't have the big one anymore. I'm like their fifth guy in the house now because I'm going to live stream their weddings and stuff, right?
That's brilliant. I may need you. Yeah, for sure. So, you know, it's been an interesting adaptation, as it has been for everybody.
my wife Jennifer's home. We had to learn to stay out of each other's way a little bit in the beginning because I was used to having a house by myself, right, Jules? And then I would go up and I take my lunch, and I'm very diligent about my 40-minute lunch. And then there was times I'd go up and she'd be talking, and then where are you going? I'm like, well, like I'm going to work, honey. Like, and you can't just come running in here whenever you feel like it. Anyway, but so we're learning to love each other.
Learning curve for everyone. Thank God it's been nice out though. A little chance to get out and get some sunshine does everybody good.
Yeah, we still go for walks, right? And like I had the director of parks on the show the other day, and it's unfortunate the parks have to be closed, but you can still go for a walk around the block and practice social distancing, and they're okay with it. I did have a good chuckle yesterday. We were out, and going by the beer store, the liquor store, is a hilarious sight because everybody's like 6 feet away from each other. My daughter is actually in the security field, and she's one of the ones at the liquor store that stands out there and makes sure everybody's separated properly and stuff. So, I don't know. Interesting times. Let's go over to, I just want to go over to the comments and say hello to everybody who's stopping by. There's Bob. Thanks for being here, Bob. We got Alan McDonald. And Alan McDonald looking for Barry White. There you go. Hey, Jackie's back again, too. And there's hello from Chatham. Thanks for joining us. Hey, KJ Churchill, Kevin Churchill, big shout out to him. He's the man that started the quarantine sessions on Facebook, and it's gone absolutely viral. Hey, good to have you here with it. We couldn't talk him into being on this just yet. He said, I'm going to watch. So we're keeping an eye on
him. He'll be here. He will.
We'll get him here. And who we got? Liking the closed captioning, David. Oh, yes. Closed captioning is now being shown on our broadcast here tonight. So that's cool. Interesting. And Julie Jenkins, how are you doing? She's looking forward to tonight. And Tim Curtis too. Well, awesome. Well, Jules, let's do this. Let's bring on all of our guests. They're sitting patiently in the lobby. Let's bring them on here and introduce them. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, folks. Nice to see you.
How's everybody doing?
Let's start with Barry White, who is all the way joining us from Vancouver Island.
Yes, I am near Victoria, about a half hour outside of Victoria in a place called East Souk. I've been here for just a few months. We just moved out here, bought a house, and we're living the dream.
You and I were talking before this broadcast started, and you really are. Like you're both, you and your wife are retired. You're retired from CN, and you're out there because you like to ride bikes and mountain climb and all that. What are you doing out there?
We're mountain biking and hiking. The wildlife out here is great. There's property right behind us where we go walking, and there's cougars and there's wolves and there's bears. And they stay far enough away from us. There's deer walking around the house every morning, and it's very cool. And there's mountains. The only thing Sarnia is missing is some mountains.
Right on. Well, we appreciate you joining us here tonight, and we're Barry's going to be first up playing for us. But let's move on to our second performer tonight. Will be Leslie. How are you, Leslie?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. And you're here in Sarnia, but how are you handling all this?
To be honest, it's actually as much as there are definitely stressful moments. I'm really loving spending the time with my family. It is a little bit unnerving. My husband's a first responder, so sometimes there's moments where, if you let your mind wander. But to be quite honest, there's a lot of amazing protocols in place. He works for an amazing hall, amazing guys. They're very safety conscious. And I be with my kids. I get to spend time with them. I have a thankfully beautiful place that I can live in. And I don't know. I just choose to see the positive. I could be negative. I could choose that. I just don't. I'm happy I have my health and I have my family.
Well, you make some good points in there, Leslie. And of course, big shout out to your husband for all his frontline efforts right now too. And everybody. Just so I think most of us probably have a friend somewhere in that type of position, starting to be in the size that it is. And it's, yeah. wouldn't be me, I'll tell you right now. So, and you know, you heard Jules and I just talking before all of this, you know, about, you know, I'm working at home, and I really have nothing to complain about. There's people way worse off in this situation than probably most of us here tonight are dealing with. So, but what can I, mental health and all that, that's a big part of all this too, right? So are you doing different things in the house with the family to keep everybody active?
We are. We've actually started a kind of a little workout regime in the morning with the four of us, sometimes to the kids' chagrin. But they work very, very hard, and we've gotten ourselves into a good group because both as adults, my husband and I were trying to be as candid as we can with them that this is kind of, it stinks sometimes. And so, you know, we have to move our bodies. We have to get outside where we play music. My daughter is learning how to play the ukulele, and she's amazing at it. My son loves to be able to connect with some of his friends over social media through some of his games that he plays and things like that. Just trying to give them lots of different options. We started school this week. That's interesting too. But they've been rock stars. They've been really great. I don't know. We just take it day by day. And again, it's all mindset. It's 90% attitude, 10% circumstances, and we're just being positive. So
yeah, that's great. I'm grateful for FaceTime.
Yes.
My kids are grown, but they're over at their mother's and they have to stay there. So kind of miss my kids, you know, but at least I have FaceTime and stuff. And honestly, even when I say that, it could be a whole lot worse. It really could. Mm-hmm. Jules, why don't you move on and talk about our next performer?
Cass.
Hey, Jules.
Hey, Chica, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. You got a little bit of rest before you came on?
Sure did. It was like the weirdest migraine hit me at like 7:30, so I definitely made Dave sweat a little bit.
I was just worried.
We were concerned.
You were concerned?
But I met Cass at, I'm going to say this probably every week, Bottoms Up.
Bottoms Up.
Bottoms Up, yo. Yes. Cass was there, and I was just floored by her talent. And then I went to see her play at a house concert.
Yes.
And that was over at some friends of ours, and it was fabulous. And I love her. I think I love her. So
well, thanks, Julie.
And that's how I met. That's how I came upon Cass. That's how we met. Boom.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to having all of you play here tonight. And as a special added bonus, the co-host Jules will wrap things up tonight with a couple of songs, and I'm very pleased that yeah.
After all of these three play, like, ooh, you might be like, yeah, Jules, I'm trading you in.
No,
because you got like, well, it's perfect. Like, because you and I have known each other like 30 years, right? You know, and it's like,
yes.
Did you ever think we'd be doing something like this together?
No, and I am having a blast. I'm so grateful that you have taken me under your wing to do this. Like, I'm having so much fun. You have no idea.
Well,
I
think it's great. So
Julie, I want to point out, I thought you said one of the rules for the She Shack was no bad vibes.
There's no bad vibes.
I was just saying, you're gonna do great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, so we've known each other a long time. I did not in a million years think I'd play guitar in my 40s. I did not in a million years think I would sing in front of a soul. Let's be real.
Right.
And I certainly did not think I would be doing this kind of streaming thing through my iPad thingy.
We're going to make you famous, Jules.
Yeah.
Very, very famous.
Yes, locally.
What would you say to anyone who's like thinking about picking up an instrument in their like 30s, 40s, 50s, so on?
Well, I'm going to say you can do it. That's for sure. I picked up my guitar when I was, oh God, I'm going to reveal my age. I'm 47. So I picked that up probably when I was 42. And it was a little bit of a dark time of my life. So I picked it up because I needed something to keep my mind sane. And I played it every day. Drove my kids crazy. Oh God. Every day. They were the same song every single day. I'm like, look, kids, like, they were like, Mom, you've got to stop. So when we moved here, it was great because I have my She Shack and I jam out here by myself. But you're never too old to learn something new, ever.
Exactly.
I actually have a couple adult students, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Well, I
learners.
told Jules last week, or maybe it was a couple weeks ago, that my daughter, she's 22, she's going to try to teach her dad how to play because I have a guitar that's collecting dust, and so I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to do it over FaceTime, and she's actually promised me. I asked her. I said, "Hey, kiddo, why don't you join us?" She hasn't picked it up in a while. She told me she would come on next week's show and play 2 songs for us because, of course,
Nice.
yeah. So proud dad, and I just love her voice. So anyway, she's my kid. What can I say?
Nice.
All right, well, let's get
Are
things
you-
underway. It's turning into a talk show. We can do lots of talking, but people need to hear some music. Right? That's cool. So we're going to start off with Barry, and we're going to come back. It'll be Barry, and then Leslie's going to play some piano keyboard for us. I'm really looking forward to that. And then Ksenia will join us in there. But they're going to stick around, and we would really appreciate you clicking the like button, the love button, and sharing this around. We've got the comments going over here. If you've got something you want to say to somebody, we'll share it on the screen as well. Barry, over to you, sir.
Okay, how many songs do you want me to do? Like, am I just doing a couple for now, or what do you want?
No, you got like four or five right now, and then
Okay.
what do you want to do?
Well, you're the boss. You're the guy in the fancy
He's
suit.
the one in the suit.
You're the one in the suit. I'm the one in the t-shirt. He's just doing as I'm told.
Nice
I'm going
T-shirt.
to start off with a hip song that I did when Kevin Churchill asked me to play on quarantine sessions.
Nice.
Nice.
And,
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll start with that. Say I'm fabulously rich. Come on, just let's go. She kind of bit her lip. Geez, I don't know, but I can guarantee there'll be no knock on the door. Total pro here. That's what I'm here for. I come from downtown, born and ready for you. Armed with skill amidst frustrations. Great. Good rules of engagement, hard to endure when the appearance of conflict meets the appearance of force. Well, I can guarantee there'll be no knock on the door. I'm a total pro here. That's what I'm here. I come from downtown, born ready for you. Armed with determination, grace.
Nice, man.
All right.
Nice.
Thank you, Megan. That goes out to Kevin and James, who started the quarantine sessions. You had Kevin on here last week. Good guy, and fantastic website to go to.
He's watching you right now, I believe.
Awesome. Quick tuning trick. All right, how about I do like a funny one?
Nice.
Funny. Okay.
So this will go out to all our American friends. We love y'all, and we love having fun with you guys, and you love having fun with us, and it's a fantastic relationship. And they're having a hard time in Detroit and New York and Seattle and a lot of places. So so this one's for all my American friends. Oh, I guess I should say, it's written by Tim Hicks. We eat Smarties, you eat M&M's. You think all our money looks pretend. Yeah, we got Brian Adams, and you got Bruce Springsteen. But we can drink in bars when we're just 19. You got Brad Pitt, we got Keanu Reeves. But we got the best lake fishing, you best believe. And you make fun of us, cause we spell color with you. You think you're all that, Mr. Red, like me. We say A, you say y'all. Yeah, we both got pro football. Except we got bigger balls and a longer field. We say Z, you say Z. Sure, we watch all your TV. You got a stronger arm down there, man up here. We got stronger beer. You got Dunkin' Donuts, we got Timmy's. We got more land, but bro, we got more cities. You sure love the NFL, the MLB, and the NBA. But to the great white north, hockey is the only game. We say A, you say R. Yeah, we both got pro football, except we got bigger balls and a longer field. We say Z, you say Z. Sure, we watch all your TV. You got a stronger arm down there, man up here. We got stronger beer. Here's to you, my southern neighbor. All kidding aside, it takes 6 beers to get this strong for you. It takes 9. Woo. We say A, you say R. Yeah, we both got pro football. Except we got bigger balls and a longer field. We say Z, you say Z. Sure, we watch all your TV. We got a stronger arm down there, man up here. We got stronger beer. We got a stronger arm down there, man up here. We got stronger beer.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That was
I like the bigger balls part.
Yeah.
that's how it goes. Sometimes that's just how it goes. We've got.
That's just how she goes,
that was
boys.
I was thinking more about the longer field.
We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
There you go.
Alrighty, moving on.
Okay, moving on. How about one for Rebound Rocks and all the
Yes.
fantastic kids
Yes.
there?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
do that.
Fantastic people.
Yeah.
I'll do
About it.
Brave and Crazy. I think the mentors at Rebound Rocks were very brave and the kids were crazy. So this one kind of fits.
That's a good way to put it.
If I could have my way, I could sleep in the alley on a couch with a friend and a bottle of gin. If I could have my way, I'd run out my way, I wouldn't be dreaming, scheming, screaming. Oh, 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 oh. Tell me what am I gonna do about you? Here wishes were horses, this bed would ride, have a cake and eat with a little on the side. Never want for money, never want for friend. I wouldn't have to make excuses for the shit that crazy. Oh, before I saw your eyes, I was in control of my soul. On the whole, tell me what am I gonna do about you? As a rule, I wouldn't play nobody's fool, but I keep on talking. Oh, making shit. Not a perfect human fate, but I keep on working. I could have my way. I wouldn't check out right now. I sit out to lunch on a fancy bunch. You wouldn't work out anyhow. This desire's too much. I'm living on my brain. We're showing previews of your body. Driving me insane. Baby, that's crazy. All I can do is to believe what you tell me.
Have falsetto.
About you.
Nice.
Nice. I like that.
Should I stop there and get someone else
Oh,
to
no.
play, or
I want you to keep going.
keep
Is that-
going, or?
What's the? Do we take a vote? Because I would love him to stay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna stay and I'm
You
gonna
gotta keep
again,
playing,
but whatever.
Keep going.
Keep playing? Okay.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you're here.
All right.
You have a
I'll
lot of
try a
energy.
little Black Crows.
Black Crow.
Yeah.
Never mention the word addiction in certain company. Yeah, she'll tell you she's an orphan after you meet her family. Paints her eyes as black as night now, pulls those shades down tight. Yeah, there's a smile when the pain comes. Pain gonna make everything alright. She says she talks when she since she called her out by her name. Yeah, she talks to Richard. Since she called her out by her name. keeps a lock of hair in her pocket, wears a cross around her neck. Yeah, the hair is from a little boy, and the cross is for someone she has not met, not yet. She says she talks to angels, says they call her out by her name. Yeah, she talks to angels, says they call her out by her name. She don't know no lover, none that I've ever seen. What to her that ain't nothing, what to me that means everything. Paints her eyes as black as night, pulls those shades down tight. There's a smile when a pain comes, pain gonna make everything alright. She says she talks to angels, says we call her out by her name. Yeah, she talks to angels, says we call her out by her name.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
All right. Little black
Love the
Crows.
Black
Thank
Crows.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
First time I ever saw the Black Crows was back in it was a while ago. I was actually driving limousine at the time, and I drove a group down to see ZZ Top at the Palace, and the Black Crows opened up for them.
That's a good show.
And actually, Black Crows sounded a little better that night. Not gonna lie, it was a great show.
Cool. Very cool.
Right on. We'll keep going. Give us one more, and then we'll switch it up.
Okay. Sweet and dreams made of this. Who am I to disagree?
All right.
Travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody is looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be of you.
Oh,
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody looking for something. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up.
yes.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas.
Everybody's looking for something.
Made of this.
over the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Hold your head
Moving on,
Keep your head up.
moving on,
Hold up.
moving on,
Hold your head up.
moving on,
Hold your head up.
moving on. Yeah, very man. That was
Got a
fun.
little band going on there with your multi voices and stuff.
Multi voices. I hope it's just the one
They weren't in your
personality.
head, Barry.
Well, it's okay to hear a couple extra voices in your head, but not have group discussions, maybe.
Yeah. As long as nobody else is hearing the same voices, you're
That was
okay.
great, Barry. Thank you.
That was awesome. That was so
Nope.
much fun.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Barry. That was really great of you.
Yeah.
Some good
Thank you very
selections
much.
in there too.
It's good
Are you gonna stick around and hang out with us for a bit?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, buddy.
I can't wait to hear some more fantastic music from these two girls.
Kevin Churchill was saying he's kind of like letting everybody know like you're already taken out there.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Kevin.
All right. Well, Leslie, I'm really excited to hear you play because you brought the keyboard to us.
I did, yes. Hopefully we can hear everything and all that jazz. But yeah, it's learning the ukulele, guitar, not so much. I have one and I need to learn, but piano's my my jam right now. So yeah.
Right on. So what are we going to hear from you tonight?
Thanks, Mr. Loxton.
I'm more singer-songwriting. So the first song that I'm going to play is actually apparently your favorite song, Dave, or one of your favorites.
Oh, this is the
So,
Elton John.
Yep, I'm going to play your song by Elton John.
Awesome. Take it away.
Okay. All right. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I sat on the roof and kicked off the moss. Well, a few of these verses would have got me quite cross, but the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. Some people like you that keep it turned on. Excuse me for getting these things I do. You see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is what I really mean. 'Cause yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. You can tell everybody this is your song. now that it's done. Hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world.
And that's freaking awesome.
Wow.
You got, boy, you're
Less-
killing it out there. They're loving you out there. And look at everybody. Just, you got a beautiful voice too, Leslie. You really do.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I've got to take my one earbud out a little titch because I could hear the piano a little bit, but I couldn't hear my voice. So if I was flat, sorry.
You were fabulous
You were great. It was perfect.
as always. My God.
On point.
I love that song.
So this is another one of my faves. I'm kind of more old souls, like very lyricky with stuff. So if it doesn't have a great lyric, I don't really kind of plug in very much. This is James Taylor, Fire and Rain.
Oh, nice.
Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. Walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. Just can't remember who to send it to. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Seen sunny days that I thought would never end. Seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. Just gotta see you through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Seen sunny days that I thought would never end. Seen long times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. There's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen long times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that that I'd see you again. I'd see you one more time again. There's just a few things coming my way this time around now. I'll see you through fire and rain. But I always thought that I'd see you again.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Now you look like you got some fans out here. Is this to you?
Oh my goodness. The highlight, yeah, that's my son, Trav.
Right on. There you go.
Hello, Travis.
Big
They're all
fan.
downstairs, yeah, and they're not allowed to come upstairs right now, so that's their only way to communicate. So it's probably what's keeping them down.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Right.
Well,
Very cool.
exactly, yeah. So I am a Bonnie Raitt fan, and I like to play a bunch of her stuff. And I know a lot of people on the quarantine sessions this week have been playing a lot of John Prine and all of that. The first time I heard Angel from Montgomery was Bonnie Raitt, and I didn't really know a lot about John, and then started listening to some of his music, and it's just the way that he writes is unbelievable. So I thought maybe as part of tonight that I'd play that. That's all right.
Let's
And then
hear it.
I think I've got that and one more. Is that okay?
Oh,
Sure.
keep going, girl.
Keep
Yeah.
going. Like you got 3 more if you want them.
Give her.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
No rush. We got lots of time.
Lots of time.
Lots of time. All right.
And you're an absolute pleasure.
We're on quarantine.
We're loving it.
Exactly. Foreign time. I like it. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were lightning, thunder was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. That was a long time, no matter how hard I tried. The years just flown by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I hear them all buzzing. I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. Now how can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening and have nothing to say? Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. summer rain. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
What a voice. What a voice.
That's something else. You got a lot of fans out there too. Like, let's go through this here. Look at this. Look at all these people showing up.
So that Terry Gordon Pritchard, that's my sister. Today's sibling day. Hey Terry, I love you. She's in the GTA. She's actually back Bowmanville, just 45 minutes east of Toronto. So pretty far away, but close. So yeah.
We've got just so everybody knows, we're live on Facebook, of course. We're here on the show with David Burrows. We're here on K106 FM. Thanks to them for collaborating with us for this project. We're live on Jules and Company's page. We're live on Circle the City's page and Send Your Parents page. And the I don't know which way I'm going over.
There we go. I'm going this way.
It's the Brady band.
With my head, Dave.
It's like being on the radio.
And we're live on what? I'm sorry. Let's see. What's the name of your page again?
Grove Arts Collective.
The Grove Arts Collective. That's right. And from the past, we're live on Corey James Mitchell Band Facebook page as well. I Shot the Messenger has got us hosted. Blue Water Border Fest is also broadcasting us live as well. So this thing is just growing more and more every week, and it's thanks to all of you who keep showing up to watch, and thanks to all of you awesome musicians. I just I'm in awe right now. I just love listening to
It's
you.
the greatest way to spend my Friday night.
It is. It's the best
Guys
way to
have
spend a
no
Friday.
idea. Just
Yeah.
wonderfully entertaining and just it
Feels
I
good.
love this. I feel like my love tank is being filled up. There you go. My love tank.
I like it.
Now you said that song was Bonnie Raitt?
John Prine wrote it. I know a lot of artists have sang it, but I primarily have heard and listened to the Bonnie Raitt version because she's just one of my favorite singers. So.
I love Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah.
And John Prine, I only really started listening to his stuff a couple of years ago, actually. And one of the fellows that comes to the karaoke sang John Prine all the time. So
Cool.
I had no idea that he wrote that. And what a beautiful song. Give us some more, girl.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a hip mashup kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
So we'll see. It's a little different. So hopefully it turns out all right. It's like, you do a new recipe in the kitchen and you're not sure how it's gonna turn out. So yeah, let's see here. First thing we climb a tree, then maybe we talk, or sit silently and listen to our thoughts with illusions of someday, casting a golden light. No dress rehearsal, this is our life. And that's when the hornet stung me, and I had a feverish dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoke them out. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century. Stare in the morning shroud, and then the day began. I tilted your cloud, you tilted my hand. Rain falls in the time when rain fell through the night. No dress rehearsal, this is our And that's when the hornet stung me, and I had a feverish dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoke them out. You are ahead by a century. 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 And disappointing is getting me down. Getting me down. She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. If I stay too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. She's got eyes of the bluest skies, as if they found a ray. I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of a warm, safe place where as a child I'd hide and pray for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. Love of mine. Ooh, sweet love of mine.
Woo!
Wow. Wow.
Nice.
That's cool, man.
That was super cool.
Trying to figure out still if that all goes together, but yeah.
That was great.
So,
That was all.
okay.
Give us another
Go
one.
All right.
There was a request. I saw it.
Oh yeah, there was a request for
Songbird.
let me go back. Yeah, Songbird.
Songbird last?
I sang that for Karen's wedding. And I love you very much, but maybe I'll put that. Can I put that on the quarantine sessions tomorrow? I haven't practiced that one in a while.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. So this one is my last one is a mashup of a kind of newer song and a classic. And I'm not sure if they're watching. They're super tech savvy for the most part. But my dad is he's a very good teacher for lots of different kinds of music. So Beatles, Traveling Wilburys.
Oh, nice.
My mom loved Carpenters. My mom and dad, I think one of their wedding songs is a Carpenter song. So got to listen to some really cool, authentic, substantial music when I was a kid. So I kind of pick some of those older songs sometimes and try and mash them into new stuff. So we'll see. Maybe. I've been rolling around, always looking down at all I see. Painted faces filled with places I can't reach. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you and all you know and how you speak. Countless lovers under cover of the street. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you. Someone like you. Off in the night while you live it up, I'm off to sleep. Waging wars to shape the poet and the beat. I hope it's gonna make you notice. I hope it's gonna make you notice. Someone like me, oh, someone like me. 'Cause I can't tell, falling in love with you. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't tell, falling in love with you. Someone like you, oh, someone like you. For I can't tell, falling in love with you.
That was so good.
Nice.
Nice
Awesome.
mashup.
Wow.
Nice.
I don't want to
Just,
add.
just pulling the talent from everywhere here tonight. That's awesome.
Like unbelievable.
What a voice.
Leslie, lovely as always.
Thanks.
Yeah, those vocal runs, unreal. You have like such great control.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to hear you. I heard like a little snippet in soundcheck yesterday. I'm like, I gotta hear this girl more. I'm excited.
Right on. Well, thanks for being with us tonight. You can stick around for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thanks
thank
for being
you.
on the show.
So glad you came.
Right
you.
on.
Les. So glad. I
Thanks.
missed you. This was great. It was fabulous.
It was so good.
Mhm. Thank you.
Well, Ksenia, let's move on to you and talk a little bit about your music. And I know we met a few years ago. You reminded me at Indie Fest.
Yeah.
You were that was a few years ago, and now you're the lead singer for Circle the City.
Yeah, I somehow got lucky enough to land being the vocalist in the band. Yeah, we're from Sarnia and we rock hard.
Yeah, and you've been involved with the Sarnia Indie Nights, I think it's called, with Harold, right?
Yeah, Harold Collins puts on the Sarnia Indie Nights, and before this whole quarantine fiasco kind of went down, he was putting on maybe a show for a while there. It was every month.
Yeah.
Just gets local talent. He tries to get people from like the Tri-City area, one out of town band. It's really cool what he does. Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Well, what are we going to hear from you tonight?
I got a couple of covers, a couple of originals. I think I'm gonna start off with "Ain't No Sunshine." Because Bill Withers was one of my favorite songwriters. He's gone now, but his music lives on. So, how's my sound? I feel like Eminem. Where's my snare? All right.
We didn't bring the big mixing board tonight. Sorry.
All right. So here's "Ain't No Sunshine."
All right.
Okay. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where's she going? Wonder if she gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. And I know, best to just leave that young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Hey, hey. Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you. That's my favorite Bill Withers song. I love to pull that one out.
Well, he was one of my favorites too, Bill Withers. Yeah, he just left us not too long ago, right? A week
Not
or two.
too long ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least the music lives on, and I always feel like with Bill's music, it's usually has a positive twist on it. And I'm all about songs that sound sad but make you feel happy.
Right, I hear you.
Yes.
I just think it's great that when you talk about music living on, like Bill Withers, like he was already old when I was young.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to see the younger generation, listening to and appreciating somebody like Bill Withers. Right on.
Absolutely.
What's next for us?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna rock out an original if that's cool.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This one is a song I wrote back in 2015. So I was just getting out of music school, and it was summertime, and I had a friend that was going through a situation, and I ended up writing a song called "Can't Stop." There was feelings involved, and I'm gonna tune up because friends don't let friends play out of tune.
I like that.
It's It's always the G string, as you would have it. All right. This is also off of Circle the City's EP. We did a full band recording of it. This is called Can't Stop.
Cool.
I can't shake this feeling in my toes. Where it's going, nobody knows. But I can't stop, won't stop, will not stop this after. Baby, you know what I like. What he gives you says you that he really loves you. But darling, does he treat you right? If you got up, chapped up, and looked at the bigger picture, baby, would you spend the night? I'm not saying this is something, but it ain't nothing. I'm not saying this is something, but it ain't nothing. Shuffle, sidestep, throwing me off balance. Every dance to it, that's what I like. Holy moly, what's the deal? Not stripping with sex appeal. Watching you, watching me. I'm not saying this is something, but it ain't nothing. I'm not saying this is something, but it ain't nothing. What a rude muse this has been. It's not enough, but I swear I'm in. And if I don't mind saying so, I can't shake this feeling in my toes. Where it's going, nobody knows. But I can't stop, won't stop, will not stop this after. Baby, you know what I like. Let me hear you sing now. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine.
Oh, wow.
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 Oh shoot!
Could you just what? Could you get into it a little bit more?
I
Maybe?
know.
Oh,
Yeah, a little more
I
enthusiasm.
love it.
Fabulous.
Awesome.
I love to get that
I love
feeling
that
in there, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
It's not the same if you don't head bop.
That's right. You
Wow.
gotta get in there. Good for you. That's
Thank
great too. Now, was that everybody from the band wrote that, or how did that come about?
So I wrote it on my own a couple of years ago, and then when I brought it to the band, the arrangement was done by the band after that.
That's cool, man. Right
Yeah,
on.
music and lyrics, circa 2015.
Love
that's
it.
amazing.
That was great. Had a great
Thank
time.
you. I love songwriting. It's been super necessary for me during quarantine to be able to play music and share with people. Having that quarantine sessions group, Unreal, all of these live streaming means that are becoming available to people now. It's incredible. Thank you for having us on the show. It's great.
Oh, hey, my pleasure. And you know, I was thrilled to be able to bring the resources into it. And then I went to K106.3 and asked them if they would, join up and support it. And they've been putting commercials on the radio to advertise that it's happening. And so it was a good relationship. And then now, like I say, Border Fest has jumped in to help spread the word. And so it's everybody's working together to make it happy, and we're all trying to deal with the quarantine. So
Yeah,
music is a worldwide language, right? So
absolutely.
right on. Thanks for bringing the talent. What's next for us?
You guys feeling a little Dream On?
Oh yeah.
That's what I pulled out in sound check yesterday. So yeah, let's have a little bit of fun.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Love you.
Every time I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. The past is gone. One year went by like dust at dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got their dues and I have to pay. Yeah. I know when nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know it's everybody's sin. You got to lose to know how to win. How to win. No. Half my life's on books, written pages, living, learn from fools and from sages. You know it's true. All the feelings come back to you. Hey, sing with me, sing for the years, sing for my laughter and sing for my tears. Sing it with me, if not for today, never tomorrow. The good Lord will take you away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sing with me, sing for the years, sing for my laughter and sing for my tears. Sing it with me, if not for today, never tomorrow. That good Lord will take you away. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream come true. You dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on. Oh, no. I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know it's everybody's sin. You got to lose to know how to win. Thank you.
Man.
That was awesome.
You've got such a unique voice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been told by Harold that it kind of feels a little bit Amy Winehouse meets like Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great example.
Yeah, I think that he kind of nailed it when he's like when we were producing the EP. He was like, that was good, but like, can you put a little more Amy in it? And I loved it. It's kind of I've been kind of trying to work with that kind of sassy feel. I guess Jessie Reyes has that kind of feel going right now.
Mm-hmm.
Great Canadian artist.
Well, you've got the sassiness going on.
Hasn't changed much.
Sassy girl.
Man, you got talent. That's awesome.
Thank you. Music is my passion, that's for sure.
I love Aerosmith too. That was great.
I know that Leslie, you did a mashup there at the end. I was gonna do I Can't Help Falling in Love. Is that all right? Is that important?
Oh yeah.
Is that all right? Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Oh man, I have like one or two song facts I love to say about I Can't Help Falling in Love. It's a song that almost didn't make it into the movie. It's known as one of the greatest love anthems of all time, and the gentleman who wrote it for Elvis's movie, when he played it for the producers, they didn't like it and they were gonna cut it. But then Elvis was in and he said, you know what, we're gonna re-record it with my voice and we'll come back to you by the end of the day and see what you think. And they re-recorded it. Elvis was on the track, and then the producers were like, oh yeah, I guess we'll throw this in the movie. I guess so.
Yep.
Just turns out to be like the best like love song that came out before that time, like. So that story kind of has that J.K. Rowling kind of feel for me, where if you have an idea, just go for it. Like, you never know. If one person says no, you just gotta keep on doing that. And while you're in quarantine, if you want to pick up writing, learning something, it's great. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it.
Right on.
On that note, here's I Can't Help Falling in Love. Wise men say only fools rush in. Well, I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. If I can't help falling in love with you, like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be, meant to be. Oh, take my hand, take my I too. If I can help falling in love with you. If I can help falling in love with you. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think that's it for me tonight. That's all I really had planned for tonight.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's give a shout out to all our people that are watching as well. There's so many comments coming in. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Just so you know, folks, if you're watching on anywhere else other than a couple of pages, I can't see your comments unless you're here on the Show with David Burrows page. If you're commenting anywhere else like K106.3 or Blue Water Borderfest, I won't see your comments. So if you want us to see the comments, you got to come over here and do that and give us your comments. Kim was out there saying she's agreed with us. She's like nothing else. That's just
Oh, thanks, Kim.
all this.
Hey, Mallory.
And breaking up the isolation. Yeah, I'm happy to put this show on. And wow, there's just so many people out here watching. We've had at one point we had like over 100 people live watching. And,
Nice.
and
That's cool.
That's awesome.
they're going. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't even talk. They're coming in, they're going out, they're sticking around, and they're having a good time. We're making people feel really good here tonight. So thanks to all of you for just making the music, man. It's so cool. Well, Jules, I know now we're going to move on to you because she's the,
I'm like, okay, well, I'm just
it's like
okay.
that'd be weird if I went right into Barry's ear right now.
You guys just play amongst yourselves. Well,
That's funny.
And I'm a huge Elvis fan too, by the way. I when I do sing over the years
It's
when
the
I
G
sang all the time
star.
karaoke and stuff,
Right.
Elvis and Neil Diamond were my two favorites to sing, and so you got a little lump in my throat just now.
Yes.
All right,
All right. So
What songs are we going to hear you singing, Dave, when you finally get learning to play the guitar?
what will I sing? Oh, jeez, me and my big mouth. I gotta shut up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Maybe you should grab your
haven't
guitar
done
right
that yet.
now and,
I think the first Smoke on the Water. That's the first one, right?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Mustang Sally,
Nice. I like that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Brown Eyed Girl.
That is a staple for every beginner.
I know, whatever.
If I don't hear Wonderwall, I am not going to be a part of it.
I can't pull off Sweet Child of Mine. I'm not doing it.
Well, Leslie can teach you.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I have a. You know what? I have a keyboard. I have a beautiful
See?
Casio
You used to
keyboard
play.
right through this wall. It's it was my dad's, and I haven't tickled the ivories in a long time. So now's the time to go. Anyway, stop making me commit to things.
yeah.
We are not making you commit. We're simply offering you resources so you can.
Right.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Jules, what are you doing for us?
Okay, so yeah, I'm like, after that, seriously? I'll be Brown-Eyed Girl.
There you go.
Yes.
Margaritaville.
Wagon Wheel. I should play Wagon Wheel on the mandolin.
Oh, Wagon Wheel's good.
On the mandolin. Okay, so this is just one of my favorite songs, and I figured, why the heck not? And it's from a band called, it's a one-hit wonder. It's from the band called The Verve.
Oh yeah.
I would like
Yeah.
to know the story of The Verve after, Cass, right? Who sued the poor guy?
He got sued?
Yeah, they did. By, I believe, the Rolling Stones, was it
That's-
not? We need to do some Google because they stole some kind of, well, I don't think they stole it. I think
So it was a little bittersweet, was
it was
it?
bittersweet, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me just cold, so I grabbed a blanket. But anyway, so yeah, it's one of my favorites. So hopefully it sounds all right. It's a bittersweet symphony this life, trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to the money, then you die. I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know, the one that takes you to the places where all things meet ya. No change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. 'Cause I'm here in my mold, yeah, I'm here in my mold. And I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mold, no, 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 no. You know I've never prayed, but tonight I'm on my knees, yeah. I need to hear some sounds that recognize the pain in me, yeah. I hear the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now. The airwaves are clear and there's nobody singing to me now. No change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. 'Cause I'm here in my mold, yeah, I'm here in my mold. And I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mold. No, 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 no. No, no, I can't change. No, no, no. I can't change. No, no.
Bittersweet. I forgot about that song. I haven't heard that song in like forever.
I love that song. I play that song with Rick. I miss him. I need to shout out to my buddy Rick. Okay, I have to. Rick White. I am going through withdrawal. He's my music pal, and I miss him like crazy. When we play that song and he does all that cool lead work through that, it's a lot of fun.
Right on. I always like that, like the symphony at the beginning and
it's
stuff and
beautiful.
everything.
It's beautiful. All of the instruments coming in, you can hear them. If you actually, I have sat with my kids, okay, and I've sat them down, and I'm like, close your eyes, think of nothing, just still, and I put that song on, and I'm like, listen to it, People need to just listen for a second, and they're like, wow, it's just it's amazing what instruments can do with the people that are using them. It's just when people say there's so much conflict and this and that and people can't get along, and it's like, are you kidding me? Like, look at a symphony, look at all those personalities doing wonderful things. You can get along
And combining things together and
you certainly you feel it. I like music. Anyway, I'll do one more.
okay, we'll let you.
This is okay, and we're gonna have fun. Girls, they wanna
have fun, girls.
Oh no, I'm
We're
not.
outnumbered tonight, buddy.
Over the stream. We're taking over the stream.
I know, we are. We're outnumbered.
Okay.
See ya.
I don't know. Okay, so I like old tunes too, because I was blessed with a household growing up with lots of music. And I am the youngest of three, so I had the opportunity to listen to so many different generations, right?
Right,
so, this is Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Cool.
I'm going to do a mashup, and there is a little spot where there'd be lead work, and I expect you guys to be dancing. You got to do something. Okay? Dancing. Something. Shake it.
Okay.
Shake what your mama gave you.
Shake your money
You
maker.
know what it is. Don't worry. You'll know the cue. This is audience participation.
Okay.
I love Katie and the Sunshine Band. Girl, to be with you is my favorite thing. Can't wait till I see you again. Yeah, yeah. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Boogie with you. Wanna put on my boogie shoes. Wanna do it till the sun comes up. Oh yeah. Wanna do it till I can't get enough. Wanna put on my boogie shoes. Boogie with you. Wanna put on my boogie shoes. Boogie with you. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. It's almost coming. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. Well, you ain't never cut a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. They said you were high class. That's just a lie. They said you were high class. That's just a lie. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Ready? Here, it's your turn. Do, 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 do. How come I got better moves? Come on, get it going.
I'm doing the best I can.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Mm-mm.
Crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Woo!
All the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. I like the dancing one more time. Ready? Here we go. There you go.
Nice.
Right.
Well, did you have fun? Oh, my boyfriend, I love you. Look at him. Making me blush. I love you too, handsome.
Oh, there's a good man.
Why would you do that? Get me all like, I've had so many emotions tonight. You guys have no idea. Like, Barry doing Sweet Dreams. I was like, Barry, thanks. And then Leslie,
Oh, you're welcome.
I mean, your energy is just, I always, you know this. Well, Leslie's going to be singing at my wedding, just so you know.
Yes.
So,
Can't
Oh, that's awesome.
so just so you know, you can see why. I mean, she has the voice.
Beautiful.
Of an angel. She just touches your heart. And then Cass, oh my God, Cass,
Cass.
I love you. Love you.
You're amazing.
Thank you. I had such a fun time tonight.
Well, I thank all of you for coming on board tonight and sharing your talents. Everybody did something that was a favorite of mine. I was like, oh yeah, and then I hadn't heard that in a while, and that was great. And Jules, I really appreciate you helping me, reach out to the musicians as well, and making this happen together. We're having a lot of fun, and we talked about mental health earlier. I truly believe that music is something that is like the best medicine for mental health, maybe we can. I just think it brings people together. It really can, it can make the emotions with the music. You can make people happy. You can make them sad. You can make them angry. You can do whatever, but right now we need all the positive stuff. And I just think it shows from all the people that have showed up here tonight. So thanks. A round of applause to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
We
putting us on.
must have this same mashup again for sure.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this again next Friday night. I've already got. I think I actually have already got 3 lined up. I've got people starting to reach out and
Yes.
say, "Hey, I want to be on. I want to be on," which is great, right? And yeah, Barry says, "What a great way to spend a Friday night." And Angie Wyler, she was dancing in her
Hey,
kitchen.
Angie!
Oh, I'm glad she was dancing in the kitchen. You go, girl.
That's awesome.
Happy birthday tomorrow, Sophie. Happy birthday, Sophie, tomorrow. Love you. That's Angie's daughter. It's her birthday tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
If anybody out there is watching, you want to be a part of this, you're a musician, get a hold of me on Facebook or send a message to Jules there as well. And let us know. We'd love to have you on here, and we'd love to have a waiting list. That would be great for sure. So once again, Barry, all the way from Vancouver Island, and
There's
Leslie
Mary.
and Jules. I still want to.
We're trying to bring bunch it. This way. There we go. I got Barry.
Here, look at that. Hold on.
I got Barry.
I lost control. I don't know that I ever really had any. I've never really had any control. I think it was an illusion the
You gotta
whole
put a
time.
tie on. You wanna have
Yeah.
control, you gotta put a tie on.
Thanks to our friends at
Hey, shout out
K106.3
to
supporting us
Bonnie
as
and all
well
the
as
jammers
Butter
on
Porter
this
Fest, and
weekend.
all of you. Mwah, love you. Listen, I know it's Easter weekend. Happy Easter weekend.
Oh, yes.
I know it's
Happy
tempting to go
Easter.
visit some family, but I tell you, I get the media releases every day, and I'm telling you, stay home, use FaceTime, and thank you to our frontline workers and responders and those that are really putting themselves in the way of all of this. We will get through this, I promise you folks, but the only way is collaborating, working together, and got to stay home. It's tough, I know, but we'll get through it. Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Bye for
you,
now.
Guys.
Good night,
Bye.
guys. Thanks for
Good night.
joining.